Rocco Batty. Guys, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I just finished packing my bags. And let me just stress that it's 7 o'clock, and my flight it boards at 10. I'm not even going to pretend to be chill right now. I know I'm vlogging and all, but the stress levels, they are currently sitting at emergency. You know how it is, because I'm not only trying to rush, trying to pack, I haven't recorded the weekly analysis. And I know, shame on me, but then I am literally in a hurry. The analysis will happen, trust me. I just have to find a chilled, quiet spot at the airport and just do this. But before we dive into the whole traveling and stuff, let's just rewind the clock and talk about the most insane week that I just had. I literally made almost $5,000 this trading week. Our conversations got me feeling I'm the fool. Hey guys, we just landed right now. The moment I just started speaking, this lady starts speaking. But then that is how close it got to my limit order. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it actually did not trigger. If that actually had played out, would have made 520 pips on the NASDAQ. So we're actually just still holding one trade on hold. So we started off on Monday with a bang. We had a really nice trade on USD that just gave us 100 pips. The first and the second to take profit, and that was it. And then on Wednesday throughout to Friday, we had a really nice trade on hold. But then this was more like a swing trade, right? Because it was fluctuating. But I had also told the inner circle that this could be a possible swing trade, right? So we weren't really looking forward to going in and exiting like real quick. And then on the flip side, we actually had a loss on USD on Friday. I literally just entered the trade. As soon as we entered, it just started reversing and went straight for our stop loss. So if there's one thing that you actually learn from this video, is that thing. I absolutely always want to avoid adding positions to lose in trades and let the stop loss get hit if the trade is against me. Also adding to my positions if the trade is going in my direction. And you stop adding positions to losing trades. Actually, that is something that you do like at the supermarket day, not like in the financial markets, because you really feel the heat of that. But anyway, slight little shift from the financial markets, because you guys kept telling me that you guys can see this new look, right? I actually had that done on Friday, which was yesterday, and after that I was absolutely starving. Started to go to the mall and stopped by KFC. Funny thing is, do you know what I saw? They sell rice in KFC. This was my reaction, guys. So I came to KFC Nigeria, and they sell rice in KFC. Literally jollof rice and moi moi and yam and yo, I'm telling you. You need me, believe me. This ain't easy. You know I'm feeling. Let me in my demons. What's the word? Tell me what you heard. So we are going, right? So that you guys can eat it. I'm not going to eat in here, guys. So yeah, I guess it's going to taste nice, but the rating for the juice, that's it. This is a good 5 out of 10. Traders, it is, yes, 13 minutes past 6. I've just updated the inner circle. We're gonna hold our trade over the weekend. Our gold trade, we actually clocked 500 pips on that gold trade. Really beautiful. So today has just been a really chilled day, because we're kind of like trying to pack our clothes and stuff like that, so that we're leaving tomorrow actually. So and again, this travel day is getting a little different, right? Though I actually miss Nigeria, honestly. I knew I was leaving today, so I was trying to squeeze out most of last week, and we went to so many places. We even went to the beach, even though I chickened out when it came to riding the horses and stuff like that, but it was still beautiful. And also they made this incredible lemonade for me, or mocktail, whatever you want to call it, and I did enjoy that one. Yes, we also went for paintball, which absolutely ended in tears, because I got hurt a lot of time, right? But it was still worth it. There were a lot of other things and a lot of other moments that we had that I couldn't even record. That's the funny thing. But overall, we had a really good time. I'm actually surprised that I found the time to check on the charts and take these multiple trades that I had, because I was actually trading Bitcoin. Also, I had multiple trades on Bitcoin. I was able to add to my positions. I took the NASDAQ, USD. It's like I traded every single chart that I have on my watch list for this week. And then this was happening at the same time while being tied up with all the fun. I guess that's the life that we are building, right? Trading lets you leave and to travel and not just stay at the screens all the time. We are actually waiting for our next flight. Like I had said, that the moment I get to the airport where we have Wi-Fi, which is right now, I'm going to the weekly analysis for you guys. So we're gonna just dive right into it. We're not even gonna waste so much time. I'm actually just so mad at this NASDAQ trade. Now, if you notice, the NASDAQ chart had just been dropping from, when was this? This whole week. We can like safely say that the market was selling for the whole entire week, and then the buying momentum just picked up here. Guess what? My limit order is literally at this spot. It just got missed, and I'd given this in the inner circle. We would have traded this whole movement. It would have been also a sniper entry, but unfortunately that is not what we are saying. And then we take the market as it gives us, right? So this gap on the NASDAQ, we can safely say that yes, it tried, the buyers tried to step in here, but then they just hold a bit on the daily time frame, but not in the long run. Then the sellers stepped right in, going for this next target that we had, which they just disrespected again, because this was a trap. You can clearly see that this is an obvious trend line. If you notice, this always happens in the market, and then the market just sells off. Now it's going to go and find support, not at this area, but actually at this area. If you notice, it actually broke out of that zone right here, but it didn't close outside of it. So it means that this area here is a good support area. So it got rejected, right? This is a strong momentum bullish candlestick that you're seeing here. But then the only thing is we should see that the buyers have fully stepped in if they break out of the zone. If they continue with this push to the upside and are able to break out of this area, then we can say yes, they're fully stepped into this market. But for now, that's about it on the NASDAQ. We don't have to wait for anything else other than what I've just mentioned right now. So it's just the break that we'll see from this point. If it doesn't break out of here, it would just be, a breakout of this trend line and then a retest. If the sellers are still in control, it will have to keep dropping. But if the breakout of this area, then the buyers have stepped in. We can see a continued push to the upside. Okay, so I just noticed that I've been recording and my microphone was off this whole entire time, so I'm guessing that audio was really bad. But anyway, that's about it on the NASDAQ. Nothing too crazy that we're going for. That's exactly what we're going to wait for. So in short, if the audio was bad, this is exactly what I said. We're waiting for the buyers to come and break out of this area right over here, and then they show us that they're in control of the market. If they don't do that, we're going to let them retest this area and then sell back down with that zone, right? So that's about it on NASDAQ. That'll be done. So we're moving on to US30. As you can see also on US30, we're going to just literally say the exact same thing that I was saying on NASDAQ, just that in this case on US30 we had a point of interest that was actually tapped on. Now I did send this in the free signal group. If you were not in it, make sure you check it out, because if you were in it, you would have caught this trade. It came right into our point of interest, as you can see, and then right now it is shooting right back up to the top. Okay, so right now US30, since it really did not entirely break out of this trend line, you can see that we didn't have a breakout. It just pierced the trend line, and then it's still within the limits, right? If we can clone, if we can clone this trend line right over here, let me show you guys. If we can clone it and put it on the week like this week right here, you can see that it didn't actually break out. This is the point of interest that we have on US30. So it just came into our area of value, and then it bought right from that area, and then it's pushing up. So US30 is actually a good trade right now for those people that caught it right from this point of interest. Now, if you did not, what you want to do is to wait for a breakout of this area. So this is going to be a short-term trade. Why? Because our next resistance is right at the spot. So it's literally, so as soon as we get a breakout here, you have to drop to a lower time frame to see a good entry point, so you can capitalize it to the next resistance point. Now I would prefer to enter as soon as it breaks this one, because we already know that we are now heading for the last one, and if we do head for this one, there's a higher chance that we are going to break out of it and just keep pushing up to the very top. This is very simple, guys, nothing complicated at all on all of these charts. We also have this little trend line that we can draw like this. So we get a good breakout, then that's just it. It's going to fly on US30. Then we're going to go over onto our last chart, which is not our list. That is gold. Now the gold trade has been really hectic. We are still in this trade, right? I'm really looking forward to this gold trade moving up to the top. So we put it as soon as it broke out of this area. So that's going to be somewhere there. I'm not sure anymore, but then we are really hoping for this market. Hoping, there's no such thing as hoping in trading, right? But then I'm really looking forward to it actually pushing up to the top. If we just break out of this area, that's the only thing that we have to do on gold. Break out of this area, we break out of this zone right over here. You see it's ranging currently. We're having a ranging market. I want to break out of this area.
we're going to just fly to this next zone. And then after we break out of this, nothing is holding this market anymore. We're just going to keep pushing up to the top. But then the fundamentals are not really favorable for gold in this current period, right? You already know that because of everything that's going on. You know that there's a high chance that gold is going to sell, which I really don't want that to happen. But then, you know, if that does happen, we're just going to react as the market also reacts, right? So remember what I said, we're always targeting to take our losses whilst they're small, right? We have a small loss, but then our winning trades, we're going to have to ride them throughout. We're not going to close or chicken out of the trade real early, right? So that's why people ask me, okay, so why are you going to be having such a large entry point? Like you see, my entry point is right here, and then the stop loss is right at the spot. But look at the market that they were targeting, right? We're not like really going for this small movement that we have here. We want to break out, want to see a breakout of this area. Then we want to catch this whole movement that goes up to the top there. So if we take a small loss here and then take another small loss here, but then all of this will cover up for all of those losses that we had. All right. So that's about it. I mean, on gold is very simple. Nothing complicated. We have a breakout. The only thing we're waiting for is a breakout of this area. We get a full rejection. If the market breaks out of the lower part of the range, then that is going to be a signal for us to actually leave the trade. But if it does not, then we're going to keep holding this market and riding it up to the top. So, yep, that's about it, guys. That is it for the weekly analysis. I don't think anything is complicated for here. Right now, I'm just waiting to board my flight to... Okay, you guys will see when I land. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video and you found the breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button so you post notifications and subscribe to the channel. If you feel me with that, it's Tino, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Maybe it's the love, the drugs.